We're going to give all of you the prayer sheet about what to pray for your community every day from now. This church must hit the number we have set, or we have failed. And we must make sure they remain. We must be relevant. It's not about you anymore. It's never been about you anyway. It's about him. Making him known. You see, you make him famous and he makes you famous. Relevance. Don't hide your Christianity. The Jesus you don't announce is the Jesus you don't know. The Jesus you don't announce is the Jesus you don't know. You don't have to carry placard. You don't have to carry Jesus is Lord on your car. Leave it. Look, let me give you something I've written there. The early church did not carry flyers. They were the flyers. They did not have they didn't have a billboard. They were the billboard. They didn't do advertisement. They were the advertisement. They didn't need signs. They were the signs. Somebody here, you are a sign. Very soon, some of you will be the sign in the business world, in the entertainment world, in the political world. The sign. You don't need to carry sign. You are the sign. It says, Isaiah 8, you and your children are for signs. Who is the sign here? Who is leaving this place as a sign? Rise up and say, I am a sign. Let me ask you a question. God just said something to me. When you are driving on the street or walking on the street, do you struggle to see a sign? He just spoke. When you are walking on the street or driving, do you struggle to see the signs on the road? They are there for you to see. It's there. That is how you will be displayed. That is how people will be seeing you from now. Rise up and say, that is me. You don't need advertisement. Just function. You see, they will see you and see something different about you and come to you and ask you questions. You are a sign. You don't go to work and then you are fasting and say, what are you doing? I'm a Christian. I am fasting. You don't need to tell them you are fasting. There must be something. As soon as they see you, they can tell among everybody here, this is the person we must go to ask them questions. This is the person who can give me answers. Because you are the light of the world. You are a city set on a hill. Somebody's changing position here. I can feel somebody changing positions here. I can see somebody discovering who they are. Don't miss Emergence 2011 next week. We're discovering who we are. The power of self-discovery. Oh, see, when you discover yourself, people's opinion don't matter. It's highly irrelevant. Highly irrelevant. I don't know what people say about me, good or bad. It's not. It's inconsequential. It's inconsequential. I don't know. I haven't heard one. Recently, we had a meeting last week, and they said somebody left the church, and they said the person said something. We asked them, is it something we need to hear, or he said, oh, it's for your ears only? No. I went to him and I decided, my wife and I, we don't need to hear. We don't need to know. It's irrelevant why they left. It's relevant. As long as we didn't do anything evil. But if they're talking about our opinion about us preaching the gospel, we don't want to know. When you call people, you say, I've left because we didn't even know you had left. We didn't feel it. My father said, some people say, I've left. He said, we didn't even know you had left. We didn't even know. We didn't even notice it. Oh, you left? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. We didn't even feel it. That is what you'll be saying about your enemy soon. We didn't even know. Okay. Nothing stops because somebody has left your life or your church or your business. Or they didn't pay their tithe, so everything stopped. Since when did a man hijack somebody's destiny? You see, many people faint because they don't know who they are. But when you discover, in the area I live, I am the light there. I am the salt of that area. I am a city set on a hill. People cannot say they didn't see me. I am the obvious choice. I am not obscure. I am obvious. Who is obvious here? When you are winning souls, you go out and you are telling people about Jesus, and you know yourself. You're not afraid to tell people about Jesus. Not afraid to tell people about your testimony, what God has done. I boast and I testify of printing and publishing 11 books paid cash by the finger of God. I am not ashamed. I am the light of the world. I boldly say I can get people out of every financial mess without apology. Because they didn't contribute anything to make me. You must come to a place where you say with Abraham, nobody can ever, nobody born or dead or alive, nobody. You can call that arrogance. My father calls it spiritual, charismatic arrogance. Scripture calls it confidence. Confidence. Speaking. Paul said, I make my boast in the Lord. You know, I didn't call myself the light of the world. He said I am. He said I am the salt. He said I am a city. He said it. And I believed it. I heard my father say it's possible to publish books, cash, and not launch it. I believed it. I did it. You are next to do it. You are next to do it. The church is the light of the world to give what? Direction. Next one, the church is the salt of the earth. So this church, you are the salt of the earth, giving taste to a tasteless world. So when you meet somebody whose life is without taste, you're supposed to inject taste. When you get there, what doesn't taste anything, you bring taste there. Mother Teresa says, people should never meet you and not live your life happier. That's Mother Teresa talking in Calcutta. Poverty-ridden place. Put a smile on people's face. Some of you must build orphanages. Stop chopping all the money that comes into your hands. It's time to have a monument. You must have something named after you. Come on. When you leave this earth, what would they remember you by? R.I.P. That's not enough. Sir Alex Ferguson, a whole stand has been named after him. 25 years of consistency. Recently beaten 5-1 by who? Manchester City. Didn't bother. They still gave him the stand. It's the longevity and the consistency and the faithfulness. Stop fainting easily. Tenacity. When they step on your foot or do something you are not expecting and you cower and change in countenance, you are not strong. These things are all done to test you. I test my leaders. I'll tell you one thing, I change my mind. I want to see whether you are still consistent. Endure hardness as a good soldier. Life is a war. It's a battle. You got to be strong. Relevant people don't faint. You know, we will not be here if we hadn't fought certain battles. We are the ones here stronger, right? That shall be your story. The church is the salt of the earth to add. Watch this. Write it down. The church is the salt of the earth. You are the salt of the earth to add and give taste to a tasteless world and preserve the dignity of humanity. You need to know who you are, ladies and gentlemen. When you step out of church, you didn't just come to church. The church is the salt of the earth, giving taste, adding, and giving